Hello, everyone, and welcome to these messages from the Dragon Kingdom. And these messages are intended to support you in harnessing your power as we welcome in this new lunar year, year of the Wood Dragon. So, my name's Lisa Lyle. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome and thank you so much for being here. I trust that you have come across these messages because there's something here that's going to support you in harnessing your power in the very hour that you receive these messages. So as we begin, and for those who have been with me for a while, thank you so much for continuing to show your love and support and continuing to stop by here. Your presence is truly a gift for which I am eternally grateful. So, at this time, I'd like to ask that I am a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind. So, the new lunar year begins with our new moon in Aquarius, which is actually late in the day on February the 9th, 2024, and the new lunar year, the Chinese year of the dragon, begins on February the 10th. So dragons are known, although they're a mythical creature, they are known to symbolize strength, power, wisdom, nobility, good fortune, and success. Now, these are the energies we want to harness within ourselves so that we can go for the highest quality, the highest expression of the dragon energy. That being said, the year of the dragon is feeling to be like it's going to be collectively a rather bumpy road. And we're already feeling it now. And that is going to continue throughout this 13-month cycle. And so, although we're now entering the lunar year of the dragon, we will be welcoming with the equinox the new year, truly giving birth to the new year, the spring. And so these messages are really intended to support you whenever you get them, because messages from Spirit are timeless and eternal. So I trust that whenever you come across these messages, there will be something here for you. For those of you who haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please take a moment to do so. Show me some love and encouragement and know that I appreciate your support. For those who would like to work more personally with me, either with an intuitive healing session, a reading, or anything like that, please do visit my website, lisalyle.com, and you can find a link to my website in the description box below. So here we go, and it's really interesting because the first card out is one that I recently pulled for myself as what was the theme of this year of the dragon for me personally. And it's come out for the collective as well, and it's Kuan Yin's Pink Dragon. So for those who don't know, Kuan Yin is the Bodhisattva of love and compassion. And her planetary missionary work is to walk the earth by our side until every child of light remembers who they are. So it's really beautiful here. I'm going to pull one more of these. So when we think of a wood dragon, I think of the element wood. Well, it is the element wood, but I really think of nature and the trees. And so it really feels like this year is encouraging us to find our spot in the world, our space, if you will, in nature. And with Kuan Yin coming in, she's coming to support you and to support all of us in walking more compassionately with our very own heart. And it's come out with the water dragon. And if you see the one card, the Kuan Yin card is pink, and then the water dragon is mostly green. And this really feels like this year is an opportunity to open our hearts more, to expand through the heart center so that in all our interaction, right from beginning with ourselves to the way that we interact with the world around us, it's really encouraging us to come from a heart space. And anything less than coming from a heart space is a disservice to yourself and to the collective of humanity. So this is really saying to me that it's time that we show up for ourselves. And with the water dragon, what's coming through is really showing up for the expansiveness of our emotions as well, and allowing our emotional body or our emotions to flow through and not like damming them up. Any resistance that we initiate and create in our life is going to have this snowball or floodgate effect of when we actually open up. And so the more that we can show up in each day present for ourselves, the more comfortable we're going to get swimming within our own emotions, our own emotional body. And it is, instead of being a hindrance or a disadvantage, our emotions are an incredible advantage to our experience of being human. Our sensitivities are heightened at this time and will be as we're following the path of our heart throughout this calendar year and beyond. It's our emotional sensitivities and our ability to be compassionate and gentle with ourselves that's going to be a great gift to the world and the people around us as well. Because as we allow ourselves to be sensitive and like so many times we've heard, silly things like boys don't cry. Well, yes, they do. And just saying that boys don't cry is really dishonoring the child of light that each young boy or each young man or each grown man is. Real men cry and they also wear pink. So, really be there for yourself. And let me see. Oh, what the pink dragon of Kuan Yin says is it brings love that resets our karmic balance. And so, yes, this is the energy of the time that we are living in right now. It's like we are here to clear our karma and reset the karmic, not even the karmic wheel. We're meant to get off the karmic wheel and onto this beautiful, loving spiral of grace where there are no mistakes. There are only opportunities for growth, opportunities for more love, and opportunities for us actually to receive more love through our inherent and our innate gifts that are given to us from Source Divine, loving and kind. And so breaking down any dams that you have built within your experience that prevent you from experiencing the depth and the expanse of your emotions is strongly suggested at this time. And then we have the Omega Dragon. And it says, harness the divine feminine power of creation. And so we're here to play in creation. We are here to co-create with the divine, both masculine and feminine. And when we think of the Alpha and the Omega, this really feels like a balancing of the two polarities, the masculine and the feminine, within our personal experience. And this would really speak to the water dragon energy because that watery energy is very feminine. Water within our physical body is within our sacral chakra. And so this is like our home of creativity. This is where we give birth to new ideas, to new life. If you're a woman, we hold our child, we carry our child within our womb space, and then we birth that child into the human experience. And so this really feels like a harnessing of the divine feminine power. And the power of creation resides within each and every one of us this very hour. So, what are we going to do with it? The message I'm hearing is follow the purity of your heart. Trust the purity of your heart. Before the world told you who you are, it's about understanding who you truly are. And that innocence and that purity and that creative, playful, imaginative child of light that is you really wants to burst forth this year and shine their light into the world through you. And then the final dragon energy here is we've got the earth and the fire dragon. And I'm really feeling there's that divine feminine spiral again, the divine feminine spiral here within the egg. And then we've got the divine feminine spiral there on top of that crystal. And so some of the crystal energies that I'm feeling come in are clear quartz, carnelian. Those two are coming in strong right now as I connect with this card. And it says that this dragon works with the fifth, works with you to clear the fifth dimensional ley lines. So again, this is about harnessing our power and understanding that we each are inherently powerful, and our power comes from a loving creative source. And so it's like the human experience to now has brought many of us to our knees, right? Not really sure which way to go. We're like, I was going to say a feather on the breeze, but it's more like waves crashing against the shore. And we want to get to the point where we are truly like light as a feather on the winds of change, because everything is changing. And it really feels that at this time there is a need to reestablish, as was said with the first couple of cards, reestablish our connection to nature. It wasn't actually said with the first cards, it was with that connection to the wood dragon energy. Reestablish our connection to nature, and really this is going to help us to gain reverence and respect for our own spiritual essence as well as the world around us. Because as spiritual by nature as we are, so is everyone else that we come into contact with. And so it's really about this inner fine balance, or this inner job of peace and harmony, and finding balance between the masculine and feminine within our experience that supports our ability to really go out there and go for our dreams. This 2024 and this particular lunar cycle that we're moving into is really about knowing that we have the gifts and abilities to manifest and bring forth our dreams. And so, do you believe in your dreams? That's the question. And you can ponder that. You don't have to answer right away. Your actions, the actions that you take in life every day, will reflect whether you believe in yourself or your dreams or not. So, take a look around. Oh, the next card out, and this is beautiful too, because this also came out. And at the time of recording, we are approaching our wolf moon, which is the full moon before the Lunar New Year begins. And so this card is speaking about gratitude, honor the sacred in every creation. So again, it comes back to we are all here to play in that energy of creation. And we're all here to come to understand our own power within that energetic cycle, our own creative power when it comes to what we're here to do. The message I'm really receiving with this card for all of us is this is a perfect time as we begin this new lunar cycle. This is a perfect time to reestablish sacred practices in your life, to create time and space every day for sacredness. And whether that's like lighting an incense and some candles and sitting quietly in contemplation and reflection, Perhaps it's like um, using white sage to clear your home space, to clear your space, whatever it is for you. There's no point in trying to follow someone else's formula of sacredness because we are each unique expressions of divine creation. And so when we gain our confidence to trust our inner knowing, to trust our intuition, this is what's going to guide us to the sacred practices, the devotional discipline, and all of that that's really going to expand our consciousness into truly the expansiveness of who we each are. And, you know, our paths don't look the same, and yet the ultimate goal for all of us in the physical form is to grow in love, to grow in understanding, to grow in compassion, and know that we are interconnected and intertwined with every living being. What does this say here? The something goddess. All she's really saying, although I can't read the fine print, what I'm really feeling is that this goddess is really here to support and help guide us to sacred practices that are going to open up the floodgates of abundance, the floodgates of creation to each and every one of us. With her, what she's wearing, the blue smock and the green flowers, this is really about knowing that through the acceptance and the acknowledgement of the divine truth that resides within us, we are healed. We are healed by the simple acknowledgement of the truth of who we are. And, you know, I mean, I keep hearing, let your freak flag shine, let your unique flag shine. Not like the freakish energy that's rampant on the planet right now. That's not even, it's not even sacred. And no offense to anyone, it's just stating the obvious. This is about an understanding that we're each unique. It's not the idea of terminal uniqueness, which has us all up in our ego and I'm more unique than you are. I'm way more freaky than you are. Nonsense. We're all freakies, freaky deaky. And that's, you know, this is what makes us unique. And this is what actually brings the spice to the table of life, is our uniqueness. And there seems to be such an energy at play these days where everyone kind of wants to be freaky and yet the same. Everyone's following the same vein, the same, and it's really quite boring. And it's really quite destructive to the idea of a loving creator and loving creation and loving ourselves and our unique gifts. We don't need to identify with anything other than the spiritual essence of who we are. Oh, the Spiral Dancer is the next card that's come out. And it's a number 5. 5 is the number of change. So this is about changing. It's changing the trajectory of your the trajectory of the path that has been chosen for you by choosing the path that that your soul has chosen for you to have the experience of in this lifetime. The Spiral Dancer, we were talking about ending a karmic cycle, getting off that karmic wheel and into this spiral of grace, which is as expansive in height as it is in depth. So the higher we go, the deeper that spiral goes. And so this is, again, it's like at play in creation, and we are the creator. And so what are you creating? Are you dancing and singing to the rhythm of your own beautiful heartbeat? This is what this is about. This is what this lunar cycle is about. Finding your unique, finding the courage to allow yourself to uniquely create that which you're here to do. You're not here to do what I'm doing. I'm not here to do what you're doing. We each have our own specialty, if you will, that we're meant to bring to the table, that no one else can bake or no one else can cook except us. So have more fun is what I'm feeling with this card, and dancing and playing and allowing your body to move, which is going to support those dammed up emotions to move through you, right? And the emotions water the earth, water the soil, the fertile soil in which we are growing. And the seeds that we're planting, the seeds of creation, the seeds of love are growing in this fertile soil. The words on the card are I don't know. Perception is one of them. That's all I can read. Perception. And so expanding our perception, expanding our understanding with compassion, right? Back to that Kuan Yin. You know, Kuan Yin, when I first connected with the energy of Kuan Yin, it was all about, you know, being gentle and tender and compassionate with others. When she truly came to me, probably about 11 years ago now, to begin working with her, she, like one-on-one, it was about my learning to be more compassionate with myself, you know, because I tend, like most of us, to be a very harsh critic of myself and my experience and, you know, choices and all of that kind of stuff. And so we all are our harshest critic. And so with Kuan Yin leading up, she's the first one out. This is about your own compassionate walk with your heart. Because the more that you can walk compassionately with your heart, the more you will be able to walk compassionately with the hearts of others. The map maker of destiny, and the card number is 24. So 24 comes, 2 plus 4 comes to a 6. This is about taking care of the home front, right? Including your home where you live, but the vessel in which your soul calls home, which is this physical body. The soul of Lisa Lyle calls this body home. And so are you at ease in your home space? Are you comfortable with that which you create with your thoughts? If it's not working for you, and I would guarantee that most of the mental body doesn't work to our advantage. And so can we sink into our heart space and lead from our heart space? Because although destiny is written in the stars for each and every one of us, it's like, you know, a lot of people, well, if it's destiny, it's going to happen. And it's like sitting around waiting for, you know, Princess or Prince Charming to come knocking on our door and whisk us away on a white horse, right? To happily ever after. It doesn't happen like that. You know, we actually have to go and show up for ourselves in order to manifest our destiny into this experience. And our destiny is really about our unique expression of source in physical form, and that which we co-create with the spirit that moves through us all. And it says authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will, right? So are you ego-driven or spirit-driven? Ego-driven will have us acting very aggressive and, you know, like, rah, 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 everybody's got to do it my way, or the highway type energy. And spirit-driven is much gentler, and it's much easier on our central nervous system. It's much easier on our physical body. It's much easier on our emotional body. And it's much more supportive for our mental state. And I feel like a big message that's coming through is this is the year to get out of your head into your heart and create your art. out of your head into your heart and create your art. And it's through honoring the emotional bodies that we create, right? And it may seem messy and convoluted and confused initially, but ultimately, when we allow those floodgates to open, when we're allowing our emotion, we're not damming up and bottling up our emotions, then the creative juices and the creative expression and flow really get going. And six, six is also about our divine path of service. What are you here for? Let this be the cycle in which you clear away anything that is in the way of you co-creating what you came for. And again, ultimately, we've all come for a deeper experience of the love that we all are. And so finally, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do. This is really interesting. I've got another card in here from a different deck. Wow. Okay, I'm going to leave that for the last one, but you can see this is from a different deck than this. Okay, so this is the wisdom of the cards I'm using are the Dragon Oracle, the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle, the Hidden Realms, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and this one, which is the Art Through the Starstream Oracle. Okay, so this is a different one, you can see, and I believe that this is from the Mists of the Avalon Oracle. So we're going to leave that aside there. It's quite lovely. Yeah, so if you haven't yet, I will be, for a limited time from the time that this video is released, February 10th, until the equinox, which is March 20th, I will be offering dragon elemental readings. So if that feels like something that you could benefit from in working with the energy, harnessing your personal power this year, please check the description box. The link will be down there for those, and those will be $66. So, and if you would like to book a reading with me, an intuitive healing session, a tree of life, chakra checkup, again, you can find all of those on my website. And it would be a delight, honor, and privilege to share and connect with you in that way. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please do take a moment to do that as you are heading on to wherever it is you're going to go after here. Please show your love and support with a subscribe to this channel, as well as a thumbs up and a comment down below. Let me get that card that fell here. And then there is one more that wants to come through. So again, one of these cards that's come through is restriction. So where are you holding yourself back? And more importantly, why are you holding yourself back? Right? It's all about that. And that's the perfect card to end these messages on, really. But the card that fell on the ground is restriction. And so why are you holding yourself back? Why are you holding your emotions back? The dam, eventually the pressure of that water is going to break the dam, right? So it's like, be willing to courageously and gently remove the blocks. Remove the blocks of the dam that you are, or within the dam that you are, and let those emotions flow. And remember, like, you are guided and protected with each step that you take on your path forward. Allow your heart to lead the way. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to experience joy. That's what we're here for. All the children of light, all girls and boys, came to experience joy, riding on the backs of their dragon. I mean, I can remember when I was a child, my absolute favorite movie, I was probably about 9 or so when it came out, was The Never-Ending Story. I've got to watch that again because I remember being very affected by it as a child. And I'm just getting this visual of allowing our imaginations to flow, right? Like imagining, have you ever imagined that you were riding on the back of a dragonfly or a butterfly? Those are the kind of things. It's like these are uplifting and joyful things, or, riding on the back of a sweet bumblebee as the bees going around pollinating all the flowers. And it just feels like magic. It's uncovering our magic, because then the hawk flies in, and it's a number 11. So this is about our path of mastery. This year is really, we're either going to step onto our path of mastery and do so confidently, maybe a little hesitantly at first. And yet the more we continue to honor the inner voice, the more we continue to trust that inner voice, the more we can connect with the purity of our heart, the more compassionate and gentle we are, the more confidently and courageously we are going to walk that path of mastery in our life, co-creating with the divine, perhaps flying on the back of a hawk. I have a hawk that I see every single day. I believe it lives in my tree out here. More than that, I see other hawks every day also, and they're always reminders to see ourselves and others from a higher perspective, to see the situations in our life, in the world, from a higher perspective. And what looks like chaos on this planetary realm is divine order unfolding. Everything is necessary in order for the collective of humanity to wake up, to wake up and remember who they are and to remember their power. I love this. And it says omens and messages. So are you listening to and trusting the messages that you are receiving? Do so. And when you see a hawk, know that there is an incoming message. You don't have to go to anyone to decipher it. You only need to be willing to sit with it and then allow it to reveal itself to you, what that message is. And it may be through automatic writing. It may be through your connection to nature, sitting by a stream, sitting by the lake or the ocean or under a tree. Your answers will come because the answers you seek are already within you in this moment. And ultimately, to wrap this up nicely, this cycle is all about love, a deepening love with ourselves, a deepening respect and reverence for ourselves. And we show ourselves respect and love, and we support our feelings of worthiness and deservability through acknowledging and honoring that which we feel, right? Don't disregard your inner nudges. Don't disregard that little voice inside of you that says, keep going. You are growing step by step, one step at a time. And perhaps you're going to try to get up here and you might get tripped up on that step. And chances are, even if you fall back, you haven't fallen behind. The more you can keep your heart centered on the love that you are, on the spiritual essence of the soul that you are, we begin and end this message with the message of love and compassion, trusting your heart, knowing that where you are is exactly where you are meant to be at this time. What's the number on that card? 45. So this is, the 45 comes to a 9. So this is wrapping up that karmic cycle, right? Because 1 is the new beginning, 9, and then we go to double digits, right? 10. Often people say 10 is a completion. I disagree with that. I feel that 9 is the completion and 10 is the new beginning, which is the energy of the sacred fool and the magician, bringing to life and bringing to life their wishes, manifestations, heart's desires. Trust your heart, because if you get nothing else from these messages, know that you are a beautiful, worthy, and deserving child of God, a child of creation who is here to play and experience an abundance of joy in each and every day. So I would encourage you to hop on the back of your proverbial dragon or your imaginary dragon and go for it. Allow Allow yourself to be seen as the radiant child of light that you are. And believe in your dreams, because it's written in the stars. And I believe in you and your beautiful beating heart. So thank you so much for being here. I trust something here has inspired, motivated, encouraged you, and if nothing else, that you felt gentleness, compassion, and love flowing from my heart to yours. Until next time, I see you, I feel you, I love you. May you have the courage to go for your dreams and to welcome in all the blessings of this new lunar year, the year of the wood dragon. So until next time, everyone, take good care. And please show yourself you care.